Get you through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
A very embarrassing moment for me necessitated a conversation about small talk. All right. And I was perusing Instagram and I found this guy who every time he jumps in the car just makes a habit of pretending that his girlfriend is an Uber driver. And so he proceeds to make small talk with her and films it. Have a listen.
You been busy, mate, or you started, or
Jake, shut up.
is this your full-time job, or how long you been doing this for?
Jake.
Driving cars.
Jake, I'm not a Uber. Shut
Yeah.
up.
Follow the cricket.
Seriously, stop.
Who do you think's going to win the AFLW grand final?
Jake, can you stop? I'm trying to drive.
NBL's getting bigger, isn't it?
I don't give a
I love a good. I absolutely love a little awkward chat.
Yeah.
That's Chock's chat on Instagram as well.
Yeah,
Look up
right.
some of his work. He's a very, very funny boy.
Okay, that would be you getting into an Uber. I can guarantee it.
What time does
You'll
shift start?
you would channel your SEN vibes and just talk sport the whole time, even if the Uber driver had no interest in sport.
Into sport? Oh, yeah. What are we talking? AFLW? Cool. Crows going all right, aren't they?
Yeah.
All that sort of stuff. There's so many different angles.
So, speaking of sport and small talk,
And the Crows. You've got a nice little story of a very, very awkward interaction with a Crows big man.
yeah, so I saw Riley O'Brien, who's so lovely. He's so nice, and I ran into him. I was leaving the gym, and he was coming into the gym, and it was one of those situations where you got to talk to each other because it's just there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Not that I was wanting to run, but anyway. So we were just talking. I'm like, oh, hey, mate, how you going? What have you been up to? Blah, blah, blah. And then we sort of ran out of small talk. And he's like, oh, so you all finished up, are you? And I said, oh, yeah, just snuck in a little pump class. And I said, oh, a few of your teammates are up there, a few of the boys, because the Crows boys train at Next Gen. And and he goes, yeah, I know the boys are up there. We've just done some hill running. And I'm like, okay. I said, yeah, I think a few of them were a bit jealous looking through into the pump class because it's all class, right? And I was like, I had pretty heavy, like 5 kilos on each end, and I proceeded to do like a little mini squat, like a pump squat.
Oh, geez. Riley's like, well, I don't know where to put my hands here. I don't know where to work, which way to look. What's happening?
He just kind of looked at me like, what what is wrong with you? And then I walked off and immediately pulled that face the minute he couldn't see me, that face of, what did you say that? What did you pretend to do a pump squat for in front of Riley O'Brien and proceed to say your teammates would be a bit jealous because I was carrying 10 kilos on my shoulders?
Brain in a situation like that.
Shut up.
Right, I've got one for you. This will impress him. Do
Yeah.
this, like a little dance in front of him.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Your small talk encounter, though, with a footballer, a former footballer, was even worse than my Riley O'Brien.
Welcome, producer Zoe.
Hello. Yes, it was. It was really bad. It was my first day here at Nova.
Yeah.
And there is a bit of a footy icon that works as part of the Nova family, and that is Tim Ginniver.
Oh, Timmy G.
Multiple premiership winner.
Timmy.
Yeah, the best. And I wasn't much of a footy girl when I started at Nova. I am now. I forced myself to be after this. And Timmy was working commercially, so he was my boss. And so he took me around the building and...
Good boss.
Lovely bloke as well.
Fun
Like
boss.
Timmy, anyone who knows him knows he's a bloody jet. And we were just chatting and stuff, and we were talking about footy. He goes, you follow footy? And I went, yeah, I like Port Power. Yeah, I follow Port a little bit.
Pop out.
And he goes,
He's like, first of all, don't call Paul.
yeah, I know, right? Yeah, that was my first problem. And I went, yeah. He went, oh, cool. I went, yeah. What about you? You went to footy?
Oh, my God.
He is a multiple premiership winner for Port
Just
Adelaide.
a lazy 7.
Oh my goodness. And I said it in front of all these other people that I'd never met. And when I walked out, they all looked at me and went, you did not just ask Tim Ginniver if he likes footy, let alone after saying you're a Port Adelaide fan.
The beautiful Tim Ginniver would have just gone along with it.
You know what he said?
Yeah.
He went, yeah, I follow footy. Yeah, Port too. Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
He said nothing. Anyway, he still holds it over my head now 3 years later. But
See, for example, another 7-time premiership player, Bruce Abernethy, the last time I asked him if he'd won 3 or 4 premierships, I think he definitely called me a D word.
I know,
Yeah.
he nearly backhanded you in here. I remember
In the
that.
face.
I remember when I was 13
Uh-oh.
and my sister's 3 years older than me. So when you're 13 and your sister's got 16-year-old girls coming to the house, it's a very nervous time.
Intimidating.
And you don't want to stuff up. You want to seem like a cool younger brother.
Yeah.
I remember some of these girls turned up, and one of them said, "G'day, Andrew," and I said, "Oh, g'day, Andrew."
Easy.
Why did I call her Andrew? I've never forgot that moment. That is the most awkward that I've ever felt in my entire life.
At least you didn't say good thanks and you.
G'day. Yeah, good
Oh,
thanks.
please, let's do this morning. 13 24 10. Small talk gone wrong. Because you have these encounters every single day. Small talk gone wrong. Catherine, tell us, please.
Oh, hi. I was there at the park with my kids and there was another lady with her child and she was a bit large and I asked her when she was due.
Oh, no. And
It's due for
Put my
what?
foot in it.
what did she say? What did she say?
For her next child. Well, she didn't really say anything.
Yeah.
She just said, she did. She just said, I'm not having another baby yet. And
Oh,
it put me on the spot because I was like, whoops.
where do you go from there, though, Catherine? Like, once you've said that.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I just said that because you've got a
think
big belly.
I think I went over and looked after my kids and just went, I don't
Yeah.
know. I said sorry. And
Jude. No, as in thoughts on Stewie Jude. Do you think the Crows can pick him up or something? Oh, God, now I'm backtracking.
Hey, Sonia.
Hi. I had a massive crush on Vince Colosimo and later on, like 20 years ago, when I finally got to meet him, I was so nervous and I turned around, instead of saying that I was his biggest fan, I said, "You're my biggest fan." I was so embarrassed. I had a photo with him and I couldn't get out of there quick enough. But he saw the funny side, which was great.
It's your lucky day, Vince.
Did we have a similar thing with Peter Malinowskis when he was leaving and he went to say, you can call me anytime?
Yes, he did. He said something along the lines of, if there's anything, he said, if there's anything you guys can do for me, let me know. And then he goes, wait. No, just reverse that.
That's right. Because we both stopped and looked at him and gone, anything we can do for you? What are you talking about?
We'll let you know. That sounds pretty good. Awesome.
Oh, dear. Interflora voucher. Let's give it to Sonia. Sonia, well done. Congratulations on embarrassing yourself in front of acting royalty. We're really proud
I do it
of you.
every day. I do it every day. I've embarrassed myself all the time.
That's what it's all about. It's all about the recovery, isn't it?
Yeah. It's what you say next.
Awkward chat. It's it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Here's what you're waking up to, Adelaide.
What's in the news today?
Your post-snooze news.
We go straight to Abby in the newsroom for this one because a horrible, horrific tragedy right in the heart of the city yesterday.
Yeah, every now and then we have these really freak accidents that make you stop and just think about life in general, I think, and this is one of them. So a woman's been killed after a tree collapsed on her at the University of Adelaide soccer ground, so just on War Memorial Drive there.
So it's basically the Uni Loop, which is a very, very popular running track. You run around there all the time. I walk around there with the dog and the kids.
So the council identify it as Park 10, but to us it's on War Memorial Drive, as you said, on the loop. So a woman in her 20s, she was sitting underneath there around 2:30 yesterday and she was crushed by that tree, which is just absolutely devastating for her family and friends and just a really stark reminder of the freak accidents can happen. The mayor, Dr. Jane Lomax-Smith, has offered her condolences. There's arborists out there who have essentially gone out to have a look and see what was going on. We don't know yet really, whether it was rotten, whether there was, it's been quite hot this week, not hot, it's 29-30, it's still quite warm, whether that was a factor in the incident. But a really, really sad story out there today.
So sorry for the family. How old was she? 20?
20s. So it's not been confirmed who it is yet, but we'll find that out today.
Yeah, that's tragic. That's really, really tragic.
That is so awful. And thoughts and prayers for the family. And you just never know, do you?
Yeah.
There's always, when this happens, there's always calls. Oh, we should be testing trees. Like, what? We're going to test every tree? Like,
yeah. And there were reports that it had been checked, I think, last year. We're only, February, but anything can change. It's nature, and that's what happens.
Yes, very, very sad. Thanks, Abs. Let's go to some international gossip right now. And Northwest is set to follow in her dad's footsteps and become a rapper. Now, I say
It's
this
fraught with danger when your dad's one of the greatest to ever do it.
So much caution, though. But also Northwest following in her dad's footsteps in anything.
Yeah.
Because he's a little loose.
He's a little bit loose.
Just a tad.
He's a little bit loopy.
Yeah, so he's taken to his Instagram. Have a listen.
I love it, yeah. We gonna take over the year for another year. It's your bestie, Miss Westie. Don't tryna test me. It's gonna get messy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Don't try and
few words
test
that
me.
rhymed
It's
there.
going to get messy. That's my new catchphrase.
Yeah, how old is she?
I don't know.
How old is she?
She's 10, 11, 12.
Oh, don't test me. It's going to get messy. Wow.
Test me, messy, almost.
Yeah.
Almost rhymes.
Yeah.
Same sort of league, but yeah, see what's going on there.
Yeah, so that's happening. And also, Travis Kelce has come out and he said, well, I'm not even sure if my girlfriend's going to come and watch me play a little bit of gridiron.
Wow, as in Travis Kelce's missus.
Yeah.
I know she's out in Japan, Tokyo maybe. So she's just working on entertaining them, making sure she's ready for her performances and everything. But the Super Bowl, we'll worry about if she can make it.
Yeah, I mean, I think people use the term power couple loosely. Yeah, they're a pretty solid power couple, aren't they?
Yeah, you would think. I can't believe that all started with the bracelet. Like he made her one of those bracelets.
Yeah. What a move.
Oh.
That actually did. So what was he gave her a bracelet with his number on it?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. So she, in one of her songs, apparently she's got something about friendship bracelets. And I think he had, if you go back and have a look, he said multiple times in the media, who's your celeb crush or whatever, and he has said Taylor Swift, and she'd never reached out or done anything about it. So then he heard this line about the friendship bracelet, so he made her a friendship bracelet with his number.
I saw advertised the other day. Isn't there a Catching Kelsey? Like there was a show about when he was single. Have you ever watched that?
No, I haven't, but I want to watch it now.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Is it?
It's pretty bad. So bad it's good.
Music.
It's just a cheerleader standing there going, oh my God, he's so hot.
But like, seriously, where are the men who make friendship bracelets? Where are they?
Oh, if anyone wants to make Abby a friendship bracelet, give us a call 1324.
Sure.
Or just do it.
Or just do it and deliver it to me.
I'm sure you'd actually like it though, Ab. So I reckon
probably not. If I got one,
I'd
be like, oh, that's disgusting.
I know.
That's a bit weird.
You'd be like, look at this idiot.
An engagement ring would be better, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Watch this space. Hey, just to wrap this up, Abs, Gaza Football Club in all sorts of trouble. They've been found guilty on all 223 charges of salary cap breaches. This is in the Adelaide Footy League, reconvening the court system in the 20th of February. They're about to get absolutely whacked.
They could be up for about $400,000 fine, plus they'll lose premiership points and player points.
So is that club folding stuff?
No, it's, you don't know how much money a lot of these clubs have. That's the thing.
Yeah.
When there's so much money going under the table.
Well, the president, when he was cross-examined, said they were in debt about $80,000.
Right.
So
yes. All I'll say in my experience is I don't know of any team in South Australia ever paying players under the salary cap. Okay?
Okay.
Wink. All right. Can I just be honest? You lack a bit of sleep last night. You look awful.
Oh.
No, you look fine, but I know that you're a little bit sleepy.
Oh, no, I've got a sick 10-year-old. So I think she had a bit of a fever last night. So she did that thing where she woke up and she's like, I'm so cold. So I chucked her in the shower and let the shower do its thing.
Yeah, wow. And then all night.
Yeah. All night.
Shower.
I
Nice.
know.
Works,
I know.
doesn't it?
From 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. she was in the shower.
Right, okay. Well, tonight you're going to be absolutely exhausted, but if you still can't get to sleep, got a few more methods with you. Off the back of last week when we spoke about our little tricks to get us to sleep. Of course, just to quickly recap, we spoke about white noise. Oh, yeah. Then we spoke about brown noise.
Oh,
and then we spoke about brown noise and white noise together, which, of course, is cream noise. This popped across my desk, Jodes. It's a military sleep method that can send you to sleep in 2 minutes, and it works for 96% of people.
Wow.
All right? So I've just got a feeling that if nothing gets you to sleep, then it's definitely maybe this. All right, you ready?
Yep.
So first of all, get yourself into a comfortable position. Turn your thoughts to your breathing, then begin to slowly relax your entire body to shut it down.
Oh, nice.
So you're following along?
Yeah.
So start off with your scalp and then work down towards your forehead and facial features. Make sure your whole body is relaxed. I'm talking arms are loose to your sides, and imagine a warmth spreading from your head to your fingertips. Then you move to your chest and take a deep breath in to help it relax. That's it. Then continue the stomach, thigh, legs and feet. The warm sensation needs to be imagined going from your heart down to your toes. Then The method doesn't stop there, though. While ensuring your body feels nice and relaxed, you also need to clear your mind of any stresses.
Oh, tricky.
You can do this by picturing a soothing scenario, such as lying in a canoe on a clear, calm lake, or being tucked away inside a hammock in a dark room. And if your mind does start to wander, repeat, don't think to yourself for 10 seconds.
Right.
And that's it.
What?
That is 100% it. They reckon that within 2 minutes, 96% of people, if you do it properly, will fall asleep.
Goodness.
Yeah. It doesn't work for me, so I've got a bit of a different method. So for me, when I'm really, really stressed out and I can't fall asleep, I sort of play a little bit of this and then...
I got off the netball court last night and caught up with the group chat, and I went, I want to go back on the netball court. Oh, no, the Adelaide B3 Wildcats aren't probably going to partake in the finals this morning. This year.
Good night.
I genuinely hate you.
How's this for a bit of a niche job? There's a bloke whose job it is to purely report on the happenings of Taylor Swift.
Wow.
Let's meet Brian West, who's 35 from Arizona. He is USA Today's new Taylor Swift reporter.
So the past 2 decades, I have been following Taylor and her career. I would say that just adds to me being an expert. So somebody coming in and stepping into this role, I went to school for journalism. I won prestigious awards like a DuPont, a Murrow, 2 Emmys, and I worked in newsrooms for more than a decade. And so combining that, in addition to following Taylor throughout her career, has only just led to stronger reporting.
Yes, Brian.
Yeah, Brian.
Nice.
And I just have to say, if ever in my mind that there was going to be a Taylor Swift reporter, that's exactly how he sounds.
It does sound like he'd be aggressively into Taylor
What
Swift.
about just listing off his resume as well? Okay, Brian.
I mean, seriously though, who hasn't won a DuPont?
Who hasn't won a prestigious award for journalism?
Oh, I know,
mean,
but then
come on.
also, mate, you've won all those awards and now you're a Taylor Swift reporter.
Yeah.
So
Hey, can we do this? Niche jobs that probably shouldn't exist.
Yes.
And maybe you can sort of attribute to one of your strengths.
Mhm.
You're like, everyone's got a strength. And you're like, well, maybe, is there some way I could make money out of this?
yeah.
Can we sort of go around the room with this?
I think so. I've come up with a niche job for you.
Oh, have you now?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel, and I think all the girls in the room feel, and we're all here, that you could be a shirtless running coach.
Absolutely, I could.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know how hard it is? It's not easy.
No,
it's
I
not
know.
easy doing this.
So it's like a life coach, but for egomaniacs. So,
How did you know I was an egomaniac?
yeah. So you can run a seminar and you get a starting pack. You can give this out at the beginning. There's 30 mils of body oil.
Yeah.
So you can oil yourself up before you go.
Nice.
High cut body hugging running shorts. You've got a pair of those.
Spot on.
A map to all the highly populated areas with a large percentage of females,
Yeah.
you know, so you're really hitting the target audience. And a special tutorial video on how to douse yourself sexily in water at the end of your run.
Excellent. Very, very good tips. Sounds like I trained you well. Good job, Jodes. Hey, got one for you, though.
Yeah.
Here's a little niche job for Jodie Oddie. How about you could be the chair lady for the Frittata Awareness Association with an aim to help people accept and understand the lowest rated egg-based dish.
That's a good one.
I'll take it.
Unfortunately, the last meeting you guys had,
Yeah.
oh no.
Everyone turned up.
Jodie was there by herself.
Oh my God, I'm going to have to duck next door to the shirtless running coach seminar.
Because that's pumping, by the way. Should we go around the room?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's bring in producer Zoe. G'day, Zoe.
Oh no.
How are
Hello. I'm scared.
Little job for you, maybe a little side hustle. Fitness model.
Oh, yeah.
Fitness model.
Yeah.
And hear me out with this one.
Oh,
This
she's
is-
already
this is-
throwing daggers.
This is well. So you know when you see like, oh, here's what somebody used to be and here's what they are now?
Yeah.
Picture this. Zoe, the before model,
Yeah.
when she's trying to do a push-up.
Brutal but fair.
Nice little side hustle there
That's
for you.
good. I like that.
Okay. What about, let's go to producer Emily. And I think I might be quite serious with this one, Emily. If everything fails in the radio industry, I think you could definitely be Claude the Crow.
How do you know I'm not already moonlighting as Claude?
She might be Claude the Crow.
Yes.
I have never met someone as passionate about the Crows.
That's
as
so
producer
true.
Emily.
Just me and Graham Corns.
Yeah. And the Crows and AFLW.
Yeah.
Loves it.
And finally, we can't forget you, can we? Newsreader Abby.
Yes,
Do you know?
can
do
if
you-
you really wanted to.
No, we
and
can't.
if people have not watched this yet, I've just finished it last night. You could genuinely be a modern day Griselda Blanco.
Oh my God. Yes.
So if you're not up to date with this thing,
Yes.
Griselda Blanco was a Colombian drug lord back in the day.
Yeah.
Her nickname was the Godmother.
Yes.
Well, I suppose I am the godmother.
Absolutely blind drunk on power and took it too far.
Yeah. That doesn't sound like me at all.
Hey, if you've got a niche job that you reckon you could absolutely excel at, hey, please feel free. Text us through 0400 919 919.
Or any orders for Abby.
Ladies and gentlemen, Battle of the Bangers.
A couple of musical athletes going head to head for banger supremacy. That's what this is.
Yeah. In 2024, there is a theme each and every week. And the theme this week is the Grammys.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty broad, isn't it?
It's really broad. Did a little bit of research yesterday.
Of course you did. Do you know what? Sometimes, just to peel the curtain back a little bit, sometimes, and isn't this right, Producer Emily, we just have to really calm Jodie down because it's like, oh, she hasn't slept for days, sometimes weeks, because all she's doing is at home researching her product.
Yeah, and that's what I do. Do you want to go first, though?
When I say product, I mean online products.
Shit. I'm an absolute shocker. There's no question about that.
All right. What have we got?
What do you got?
Okay, no, you go first. Ladies first. In fact, the champ goes first. You're leading this thing, two wins to one. So
Okay, so I did a bit of a scroll of all the awards yesterday and I came up with The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and that was in 1999 and she won Best Album of the Year. A song that wasn't on it is the song that I've chosen, but that's okay because Lauryn Hill's won a Grammy, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, there's some sort of a link there. What? The Fugees, Killing Me Softly.
Yep.
Nice tune.
2 times.
How many times?
2 times.
2 times. Okay. Well, there's a solid link there. You got some information here for us, Producer Emily? What's going on?
This song has actually won Grammys anyway, Jodes. Okay. I did some background research to make sure that your research was correct.
Yeah.
So there is a direct link.
Well, okay. And
Who would have thought that? Like underselling your product as well? That's some good, solid research.
Anyway, that song won a Grammy. Who knew?
Who knew?
What a waste of 20 minutes yesterday.
So now how about then, for me, okay, Killing Me Softly by the Fugees.
Yeah.
Let's go back to 2013 for Record of the Year.
And the Grammy goes to... I love this song.
Yes.
Somebody that I used to know.
Would you?
Oh, yeah.
No, you got to play the original version.
Yeah, but we're definitely going to play the original. This is a bit of a funked up version.
Isn't it?
Yes. But, I mean, Wally DeBacca,
Yeah.
Gautier,
Okay.
didn't he just announce himself on the world stage?
Didn't he?
Wow.
What's he doing now, Goat Chair?
You know what? I looked that up last night. Not much. He was part of a band until maybe 2 years ago.
Yep.
And because he's got kids and things like that, he doesn't need to do anything. I don't think he does a lot.
Lauryn Hill disappeared off the radar as well. But I guess once you win a Grammy, then you hang your hat,
Yeah.
you know?
You can genuinely afford to do that. Thing about that song, though, is somebody that I used to know. There was 45% of royalties that went to somebody who made a bit of a snippet of the song, but also he wrote it with Kimbra.
Yep.
So she gets a share of it.
Yep.
And here's something that I didn't know as well, which blew my mind. When you put a video on YouTube,
Yes.
you tell YouTube whether they can play ads or not. So back in the day, Wally DeBacca said, yeah, you can play my video, but I want no ads. It's cost him over the journey about $10 million that he could have made.
Just run the ads. People can skip them after 8 seconds anyway.
Do you know why? Because he's all about the music, baby.
Yeah, so true, Dal.
All right.
Okay, jump on the Instagram page, Jodie and Hazy, and cast your vote.
Killing Me Softly, the Fugees
Yes.
versus a Gautier, somebody that I used to know. All right.
Okay, cool. Let's talk about mealtime next.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you going to bring in some food?
No.
A lovely
well, I do.
frittata.
I bring in frittata all the time and no one partakes, so whatever. Hey, the queen of a study is our girl Abby from the newsroom. However, you've found one that you've called absolute BS on.
What?
I'm sorry. I may not have children apart from 2 sausage dogs, but this is just absolute BS.
Right.
So a study has come through about Australia's breakfast habits in 2024.
Oh, no. Ice cream for brekkie. I've been done.
Lottie's on to you.
Lottie dubbed you in. My dad gives me ice cream for breakfast.
So this particular study has come out and said that parents are in agreement that spending quality time together is the key thing for families.
Sure.
But it's also, this study has come out and said that 87% of Australian families are eating breakfast together. Whoa. BS big time.
BS big time indeed.
Yeah. You cannot tell me, and I know that we are a little bit different in the sense that we're up so early, so we leave before other family members are up.
And we have 8 breakfasts, or that's just
correct.
Yeah.
And we have Red Bull and cigarettes for breakfast.
I'm on to my 3rd after this. But you cannot tell me that 87% of Australian families are all sitting down and eating breakfast together, because I think when we did a bit of a chat about this in the office, I am very thankful that I've moved home and I get to have dinner with my parents every night. That's like, I was 5 years away and never ate with anyone, right?
Yeah.
You cannot
I will
tell me
say
that
on
people
that,
are eating together that much.
You're 46, mate. Probably tired of
Hey, I'm 34 next week. Shush.
I completely agree with you, Abs. I used to have dinner and breakfast and lunch with all my mates every single meal for a long time ago, but that was when I was in prison. So that was different.
Yes, that's a bit different.
Just a
for
quick one,
that.
I'm joking, I wasn't.
But for you guys, do you sit and have dinner together?
No. So as you were saying that 87% of people having breakfast together, I'm picturing my household. It is 10 to 8. It will be absolute chaos. And not only are we not sitting together to have breakfast, but it's this one. Have you eaten? Peyton, have you eaten? Some of you eaten? Harper, eat your apple. Yes, I will peel the skin off the apple. Just eat it. Like, it's that sort of vibe in the morning. You're just trying to get kids out the door, aren't you?
I obviously don't have kids, but my sisters, there's 7 between them, and it's to the point of, Tamara with her 8-year-old, he can cook his own breakfast, and then he might help the 5-year-old, but then the 3-year-old's running around and she needs breakfast. So they're not sitting down eating together.
This is the worst study of all time,
I reckon.
I'm calling
it's
it.
Complete BS. So we try and do it on a weekend, obviously, when I'm there more, and we get a bit of a sleep in. But, I mean, if you, for example, try and go out for breakfast...
Oh, don't even try.
Have a bit of fun with that with a 3 and a 5-year-old.
What's wrong with going out for breakfast? I have a lovely breakfast.
Yeah.
So peaceful. I can enjoy my coffee.
Yeah, until the Hays rock up.
Yeah, you turn up. My daughter's throwing stuff at you and demanding ice cream for breakfast again. 13 24 10. Are you one of those rare families that eats together each and every morning? And if so, la-dee-da.
We're going back in time. Hazy's On This Daisy. In time.
Thursday edition of On This Daisy. Should we take a trip down memory lane? I'm ready.
I'm good to go.
I'm driving this thing.
Hang on, where's my phone?
Hang on, where are my pants? Just kidding, I'm wearing pants. That'd be ridiculous. 8th of February, let's go back to 1992, where the song that used to be the theme song on my MySpace page was invented. I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred. It peaked at number 1.
Wow.
It definitely wasn't. And also, I didn't have MySpace.
No. Didn't you, though?
Good song, though.
Yeah.
2022, the unbelievably talented Adele wins Best Artist. She also won Song of the Year for Easy on Me, and she also won Album of the Year.
Yeah, nice.
The best thing about Adele is she sings like an absolute angel, like as beautifully as possible, and then in between songs, she's like, hey, go. Hello, Governor.
It was half Australian, though.
Oh, no, sorry.
Wasn't it?
It's mixed up there. Oh, Beach Days. 1976, Taxi Driver, directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Robert De Niro and Jodie Foster, premieres in New York City.
I don't believe I've ever met anyone quite like you.
Robert De Niro in Martin Scorsese's Taxi Driver.
Have you ever seen that?
I haven't seen it, but I've seen snippets of it because it's so unbelievably simple. Am I right in saying this? But it was such a huge movie.
Yeah, massive hit.
Number 1 song on this day in 2010, Replay by Ayaz. Now, on paper, you probably don't know this song, Jodes. I guarantee you, when you hear it and you get into it, you're going to be like, oh, yeah.
Okay.
Good tune.
Smash play on that button.
Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like, na 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 na. Every day's like my iPhone